Okay, I've been toying with the idea of getting a GoPro camera for a while now, and I finally bit the bullet now that they have 4K, and I'm really shooting most everything I do now in 4K. Makes a big difference as far as the detail that you can get in the shot. Now this only shoots 30p, it does not shoot 60p, which I would love 60p 4K, but that might be asking too much at this price point. But anyway, here's how everything comes, and I'm also going to go over a 3-axis handheld gimbal rig that will help keep it steady, and I bought that at the same time. There's the hero. By the way, these folks could learn a lot about packaging from Apple. It took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to open this thing, and I ended up cutting my hand doing it. It looked pretty, but it was a pain to unpackage. There's the gimbal unit, and I might even do a separate review on that at some point in time. This is how it comes packaged, and it uses the CR123, some rechargeables, and that could be an issue. And I might do a separate review just on batteries. By the way, that cable I just showed you is what you use for updating the software on this unit. Some folks warned that if you don't use that correct cable when you're updating the firmware on this gimbal, that you can have some issues with that. So I really wish that thing, by the way, there's a protected cell battery. Notice how that's longer, CR123, that's rechargeable. That's not going to fit in there. And so keep that in mind. You can't have the protected cells. You have to use the regular rechargeable CR123s in there for them to fit. And it takes 3 batteries. And again, here's the hero. Finally figured out that I have to take this tape off and took off the other packaging. And that plastic piece, I guess it just ends up being wasted. I don't know why they do all that. I guess it looks good in a display cabinet, but if you're buying it from Amazon, we don't need all this nonsense. And I was trying to figure out this base piece here, what you do with that. I guess it just gets wasted. See that piece there? I kept it. I peeled it off the box, and in the process of peeling it off the box, the corner caught my hand, and I got a little cut in my hand. So GoPro, here's a tip. Anytime somebody's unboxing something, one of your products, and they get a cut in their hand, that's not a good thing. By the way, why not put a 1/4-20 thread in the base of this piece there so we could put it right on a tripod? And what are they thinking about that? So the camera itself feels good. It's so small. When you see them on YouTube and all, you don't get a feeling for how small these things are. They're a tiny little camera, which is great. I mean, you use them in a lot of places, right? And this whole unit is still relatively tiny, so I'm going to be able to carry this in my think tank rig no problem. I was a little concerned with that, whether or not I'd have room in my pouch that I normally carry my small video camera in to carry this whole gimbal rig with the camera attached, and no problem at all. It's going to fit right in there, and it's going to be handy to pull this out and get wide. I'm really primarily going to use this for wide angle shots and parades and things like that, where my normal 37 millimeter, which is the angle of view, the widest angle of view on my FZ1000, is not wide enough. I'll be able to pull this out and use this, and of course the fact that it's stabilized will theoretically help a lot with that footage. And I'm going to show you a test here in a minute, and this thing has 3 modes, and I'm not going to go through again a detailed review on the gimbal unit. There's a bunch of reviews online on it, and there's several other units that are competitors to this. I don't know which one's the best. I did a lot of research. I might do a more detailed review of this unit. I'm still trying to get used to the mode switch and how everything works, but my initial impressions are it seems to work. I don't know how heavy duty it's going to be. I'll find out, because my gear is not pampered in the field, so I do use this stuff, and I'll let you know if this thing falls apart. But so far, I mean, I think it might work out. Here's some testing. We are recording, and I'm just walking through the living room here, and I've got it on the 3-axis gimbal, and it looks like to me it's not quite level, and I think there's a way to calibrate this, but I'll have to figure that out. But I just want to walk around here and just shoot a clip. I'm just walking around and holding it handheld, and I just want to see what this footage looks like. Normally when you're walking with a camera, it makes it real jittery, right? And so here you can see the setup, and you can see it's very compact. But see there, it doesn't look level to me, so I think that I'm going to have to figure out how to calibrate that. I saw somebody else had the same problem and they had a way to troubleshoot that. Now all of a sudden it looks like it might be level. So it's all going to depend on what the footage looks like. So again, I'm just walking around and just checking it out. And this is the first mode that it has, where it just kind of holds the camera steady and you can kind of point it wherever you want. And then let me try to switch modes here. So now I'm in the mode where I can pan up and down. So see, I'm panning down and it'll let the camera actually pan down. And now I'm going to try to pan up towards the ceiling, and see how it slowly will go up towards the ceiling. In the first mode, it tries to stay level all the time. So in this mode, you can kind of pan up and down. So now it's back in the level mode again. This time it looks a little more level. Maybe you have to have it straight up and down when you start out. I'm not sure about that. Alright, so anyway, that's the initial test of this unit, panning around the room. Okay, so I'll have links to the products shown in the YouTube description. And please subscribe to my channel and comment on solutions you use for wide angle and GoPro footage. Thanks.